Hey, family. Reginald Martin here, and I wanted to share something with you that I think is going to be absolutely amazing. And the AI revolution has started, and whether or not you are for it or against it, it's neither here nor there. It's here, you know. so, uh, but there's times now that you can get in on things that are new, and this is really new, and it is a an AI automation agency that you can start from scratch and build it yourself. And it's through this software company called chatbot and you see the website on the screen here. And I wanted to just offer this to you, and they're not paying me to do this at all. They're not one single dime. I wanted to share what I believe is an absolutely fabulous opportunity for people that are go-getters and want to get out and do something and make some money. So to sign up for it is $49.99, $50, and you don't even have to. You can get a 3-day trial for free. You don't even have to put a credit card in or anything, and you can start to play around with this and see if it's something that you want to do. Family, there is no risk there for you. Okay, so for free, and then if you want to sign up after 3 days, $49.99 to get going and get yourself started. Okay, but I'm going to share an appointment setting chat assistant with you today and how to set that up. And hopefully it can be something that's helpful for you. So again, I'm not getting a dime for this. I just want to help. I want to help other people to become economically self-sufficient. All right. All right, family. Without further ado, let's get going. All right, family. So we're going to start off with the first part of starting any chatbot, and that's the welcome message. And within AI Chat Builder, the welcome message is called, or the welcome message is contained in what they call a flow. And so here's the definition of a flow. So in Chatbot Builder AI, a flow is essentially a sequence of interactions that guide the conversation between the chatbot and the user. So basically what that means is this is how it looks when it starts for you. Okay. So this is the opening flow, and it's just a really simple thing in the chatbot, but you have to basically construct the chatbot behind the scenes in order to make this happen. So I'm going to bring up a flow for you. That just came out. That's the flow. That's the first one. That's the welcome message that you're going to create. So I'm going to show you, go back and show you how to get to this point right here. Okay, so I actually added some little extra things right here to help people to know like what to ask or whatever. You don't even have to do that, but this is the welcome message flow, and that's what I'm getting ready to show you here. Okay. All right, family. So, how do we construct this welcome message? Okay. So, in other words, when greeters come to your chatbot, okay, whether it be in Instagram, Messenger, or a website, okay, how are they greeted? So, that's what we're going to construct here. So, we have to create what's called the welcome message. All right. So I showed you what that welcome message was before. So this is how we put it together. So we have this little box here first. So send message, but this is just a blank box. There is no information in it. It's just a placeholder on the canvas right now. But what we have to do is to add content. And in this case, we're going to add the content. We're going to add an actual AI brain. I guess that's one way we can look at it. So we're going to add the brain of this particular welcome message and the AI that's going to control everything. Okay. So we're gonna go here to the AI and go. So we added that, and then we're going to the AI. We click on AI, and then this box pops open. Okay. So we're generating text. So there's different things that can happen here. But the basic is just generating text, and that's what we're going to do first. So when you saw that box open before, it was just text that was in it with those buttons that I added. Okay, but here, whenever you add something, add an AI to any of the flows. Okay, and a flow, and understand what a flow is just it's essentially a sequence of interactions that guide the conversation between the chatbot. Okay, so whenever you add any of the flows, you're going to have to tell, or when you add an AI flow, you're going to have to tell the AI what you want it to do and how you want it to act. So you're having to train it. So this is what's called training it. So it starts out here. It's just you're a helpful assistant. Okay, and you will make a friendly, warm greeting to all users. Okay, so that was my instruction to the AI, to the chatbot. Okay, so obviously I can't spell, so or I needed a comma, but so next, once it greets it, and I showed you how that pops out once it comes into the once the user opens the chat box. Now the user is going to type something. Okay, so you're gonna ask it, and I'll put here ask how can I help. How can I help? Okay, so once it asks how can I help, then the user is going to start typing or speaking. So this is voice activated as well, so you can use speech or text, but we're just doing text right now. But you can so now once the user starts to type, they're going to finish their typing, and then they're going to make a statement or ask a question. Okay, at that point, then the AI will take the message, and then it's got to put it somewhere. Okay, so it's going to put it in AI welcome message. So it's telling it where to save the response to. Right now, there's nowhere to save the response to. I'm going to click continue here, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So right now, we just told the AI what to do and where to put the information. But now I got to tell it where I wanted to save the information. Okay, where I wanted to send this message. So now again, this is a blank box. I got to put something in this box. Okay, for the AI. So I got to tell it where to send the message. Okay, so we're going to use text. Okay, but I want you to notice something here. I'm going to go back right quick to the AI, and we've already said we're going to say the response to AI welcome message. So now you got to put in this next box, you got to put that same function, okay, in the box. And what the function does is it's a command or trigger. You're telling the AI, and it's directing the chatbot to perform a particular action. Okay, so that's what the function is. So how I can find that function is I'm just going to start typing. So AI, and then I can put in underscore welcome, and it's going to pull in the welcome message for me. So it populates it for me once I start typing. Okay, so this message, okay, and this message has to match, okay? You're telling the AI, hey, I want you to put it into this box, and then it finds that box, and then it puts the message into the box. So that's the welcome message that you see shoot out. All right. So the main things to understand here is that, one, you're choosing text. You're also choosing your AI model. So we have different models that we can choose from, but usually GPT 3.5 Turbo is fine. Okay. Then you're going to tell the assistant here, and because it's the welcome message, this is not complicated at all. But the messages can be a lot longer once you want the AI to perform different things. That's why this AI is so powerful. That's why this platform is so powerful, is that you can use natural language to basically program it in a sense and construct how you want the AI to act and respond to everybody. Okay, so business will tell it how to respond. It's going to accept this last message, and then it's going to respond and put it in this box. Okay, that's what you're going to see. So what I just showed you was how this AI, this message right here, that's what I just showed you. Okay, now I'm going to take you to how this message happens. Okay, so now we got to get to what's called the default reply. So this message is essentially finished. This won't come up again. You're finished with this flow now. Okay, so that's the end of this flow. So we can come here and then we can publish and save it. Okay, that's what publishing means, is that you're actually saving the message. Okay, you're saving the work that you just did. And now we're finished with that. So now we'll move to the next flow, which is going to be the default flow. Okay. All right, family. So now we're going to start with the flow. Okay, so the next, this is going to be the next flow, I should say. So we're starting with the default reply flow. And remember, a flow is essentially a sequence of interactions that guide the conversation between the chatbot and the user. Okay, so now we're going to create our default reply flow. So the default reply, and I got to show you a couple of things here to make this work. But it's a default reply simple, and the reason this is yellow here is because I hadn't saved the last changes that I made, but we won't worry about that right now. So let's go over here to the menu, okay? And we're going to go over to settings, and this is really important when you are using a default reply, okay? So I'm going to show you something here that you need to be aware of. So once you click settings, you're going to get this menu here. And then we're going to go to integrations, and then we're going to go to OpenAI, because that's the large language model that I'm using here. And then we're going to come down to where it says Auto GPT. When you are using the default reply, you need to make sure this is toggled off. And right now it's off. So if I do this and it's blue, it's on. And the reason why the difference between these two is that when this is on, then Auto GPT will take over and just automatically take care of everything for you. Okay. But you don't, in this particular instance, you don't want that. You want to be able to have a little control and to tell people where to go. So with this particular flow that we're using, you want to have Auto GTP reply, or you want to have Auto GP turned off. Okay. So one of the other things is when you choose your OpenAI, you want to make sure that you put your information into your prompt. So your business information. So again, this is the brain for the whole GPT. Okay. So and then you're going to put the functions that are going to be used throughout each of the flows. Okay, so you're going to put those. So that's why you got this here. But most important thing is to understand that this is the prompt information. This is the brain. This is how you were going to tell the GPT what to do, so it can be dynamic. This is what's beyond the rules-based ideas. So where punch 1 and you're going to get this, punch 2 and you're going to get this. That's a rules-based type of reply. Okay. So, but main thing, Auto GPT off. So when we're using default reply. Okay. So we're going to go back over here and then you're going to save whenever you make any changes. Okay. Make sure you save it or it won't be saved. Okay. Of course. So we're going to go back to flows. All right. Just a second here. And then we're going to go to default reply. So I'm going to construct a default reply. So same thing, we're going to add. All right. And this is just going to be default reply. Wait a minute. I can't spell. Default reply simple demo. So I got to be able to tell them apart. All right. All right. So we're going to construct that. So again, it's going to start with nothing but this box. Okay. So we're going to have to do just like we did in the welcome message. We're going to start and put something in this box. All right. So same thing. Remember in the welcome message, what I had to do was add an action, and then I had to add OpenAI. Okay. So now we got something in this box. So you see OpenAI popped up here. All right. But now what you'll see is that when we open this, so now we're going to, in order to start working inside this box, inside OpenAI, you got to click this. And now we got some of the same things we had in default reply. General text, it's going to stay the same. GPT Turbo, it's going to stay the same. So this is just when you're working with a brain, in a sense. When you're working with an AI brain, these things are going to need to be taken care of. So here, we're going to actually, because this is going to be the backbone of everything that's happening in your AI as people are interacting with it. So you want this business information or this prompt, and the prompt is you telling the AI how you want it to act, what do you want it to do, how you want it to say things. This one here in the default reply is extremely important. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here, and I'm just going to steal my business reply here. So I'm going to go Control A and then come back. I'm going to highlight this and then Control C or Control. Oops, nope, I needed to Control C. My bad. So Control A, Control C, and then come back here and then Control V. Okay, and I just put a whole wealth of information into this prompt. Okay. So I'm telling this prompt, now I'm instructing the default reply on what to do. Okay, then we'll get into the prompts a little bit later, but I just want you to understand this is the brain. So this is telling your GPT it's no longer stupid. Okay, it's going to actually act dynamically for you. It's going to make comments for you. It's going to, if you're in Instagram or Facebook, and it's going to be like a human. You can, if you got a smart mouth, you can make it a smart mouth smart mouth bot. You can tell it, hey, you are a smart mouth bot, and I want you to do this. I want you to say these certain things in this certain way, and you can just train it on how you want it to act. Okay, the bot with an attitude. Okay, so you can do that. So this is what's so cool about this. All right. Now we see here we got the user message again. So this is a custom field. All right. And a custom field, and we use the same one in the last in our welcome message as well. And that comes back over here again. The last input is actually going to be what the user puts in. So you see the bot is responding in gray here, and the user is responding in green. Okay. So that's the deal. So the last input is going to be this. Can you explain chatbot assistance to me? Once the user hits enter, then the default reply is going to take over. And this brain is going to start reacting to everything with its brain. All right. So default reply. And then now we have to send it to something. We have to send that reply. So when that in order to see this gray box, we got to construct the gray box or tell the AI to construct this gray box. Okay. So how do I do that? So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select a custom field. And what a custom field is a specific function or command that directs the chatbot to perform a particular action based on user input. Okay, now that's a function, but the custom field is also a function. But what's different is a custom field simply means that you create the function, you can create the name. Okay, this one here and you customizing it. So you're literally customizing it. So a custom function is, or a CUF simply means a function you create and the name, and you're customizing the function based on your needs. Okay, but I've already constructed this the custom field that I want, or the CUF that I want to go here. So it's going to be auto default reply. Okay, so that's what you want to have here is the auto default reply. Now there's going to be another another part that's going to be here, or another an actual function. So this function is collecting information, okay, and displaying it. And then there's going to be another function that's actually going to make sure that we go to the next flow. Okay, Google Sheets function, but we're not going to worry about that right now. I'm just letting you know this is connecting the next function that you got to go to, but don't worry about that right now. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so now we've set up the AI to respond and do everything it's supposed to do, but where does it send the information? Okay, in other words, this box right here needs to be constructed. So I'm coming back, and I'm going to go with continue, and then now I need to add content. So I need to add text, and then remember in this box, okay, what did I use? I use AI default reply. So when the AI takes over and starts to reply, then it's going to put its message here. All right. So I need to come back here in message, and then I'm going to AI default reply. So I'm going to put that same function in this box. Okay. So let's go back. So these two functions, this function here and this function here, they're the same. Okay. All right. So then we're going to click save or publish. So we're going to click publish. So now you just set up the bot to basically respond to everybody that comes in and asks a query. All right. So this is the basic foundation of just getting knowledge, or people want to get knowledge. They want to ask questions. And what happens with this when you set this up here, this is all the information that people, this is anytime the AI answers something, a person asks a question, this information is what it's pulling from. So it's not going to be like just copying and pasting information. It's actually going to respond to the user's questions. Their last input is actually going to make an intelligent response. Okay, it's going to be dynamic. So you can ask all kinds of questions, and this AI will actually answer it for you based on the knowledge that you trained it with. Okay, and man, this is so powerful. This is so powerful, and this is why I say the days of going to a website and scrolling are numbered. They're already dead. That people might not just know it yet, but those days are numbered. People are going to come to your websites. They're going to come to your to get information, and they're going to want to be served by the questions that they want, not by what you're just putting out there, not by having mounds and pages and pages and pages that they gotta navigate through to try and hope they can find the information that they want. So if they want something, then they're going to be able to come and then just simply ask a question. Okay. So that's default reply. That's it. So we just constructed that, and we just constructed the bot to where it can reply to these messages. Okay. So it can reply to anything that you want to do. So I'm just going to show you here what I mean, and then and on the default reply. So I've already asked it, can you explain chatbot assistance to me? And then he says, then the AI has responded and said, chatbot assistance can significantly enhance customer service by providing 24/7 support, reducing operational costs, and improving customer satisfaction with quick and accurate responses. For instance, they can handle simple transactions quickly and securely, allowing human agents to focus on more complex issues. If you'd like to explore more about how chatbot assistance can benefit your business, would you be interested in scheduling a discovery call? So I got this to where I set it up for a discovery call, but right now I don't have enough information. So I'm going to say, well, I need more information. need more information, okay, on chatbots. Okay, so I'm doing that. Now, for a lot of the legacy chatbot systems, this will probably break the chatbot. In other words, the chatbot they wouldn't anticipate this, okay? And the chatbot wouldn't be able to answer the questions. All right. So it says, "Hi there." It says, "I'm Darius, your dedicated chat assistant." So now my default reply has taken over. The reason why I know that because I told my default reply system that he's Darius. Okay, and I just made up the name. Okay, I'm thrilled to help you explore more about chatbots and assistants. Can you significantly enhance your customer service by providing assistance 24/7? Okay, so now I'm going to ask it another question. Let's see. I am a coach that has to deal with many repetitive questions from potential customers. How can chatbots help me? Okay, so that was the last user input. So now the default reply is keeping going. So once you get past the welcome message, it's the default reply until you send it to another flow. Okay, so it says, if handling customer questions is a challenge for you as a coach, a chatbot assistant can be a game changer. Chatbots can efficiently handle many inquiries simultaneously, 24/7. Ensuring potential customers receive quick and consistent responses. This can free up your time to focus on more personalized interactions and strategic aspects of your coaching business. Would you like to explore this further by scheduling a discovery call? How to see how chatbots can streamline your customer interactions? Well, sure. Yes, I would. Okay, so now I put in yes, I would, and now I'm getting ready to take us to the next flow. Okay, and in the next flow, the chatbot is going to ask some questions, or it's going to ask some questions before it sends you to the next flow. Okay, so I'm saying yes, I would, and then it's going to say, "Great. Can I have your first name and your last name, please?" Okay, now I'm like, well, why do you need that? I want to find out some information. Why do you need that? Okay. And again, with the legacy bots, this is a broken bot. Now, it wouldn't even be able to answer that question. Okay. But my smart chat bot, my generative AI chat bot can do it. It says, "I'm here to help you determine if a chat assistant is good for you and your business. To proceed with scheduling the discovery call and providing you with more tailored information, I need your first name and last name. It helps us to ensure we have the right details for you. Can you please provide your first name and last name?" Oh, okay, well, that makes sense. I can do that. Okay, I'll just say Davy Crockett. Okay. I put my first name. Now it's going to ask me, "Thank you, David Crockett. Can you also provide your email address?" Now notice it answered the person by his name that they put it in there. I actually trained it to do that, and I'm going to show you how that happens in the next flow when we're setting it up. "Can you provide your email address?" Let's say Crockett at gmail.com. Okay. All right. It says, "Finally, could you state your phone number with us?" Okay. 234-567-8976. Okay. That's the phone number. And now it just sent me the link to book the call, the discovery call. So it sent the user the link. All right. So now I'm going to show you how we get to that. This part is going to be a little bit more, there's going to be a little bit more to it, okay? But there's not going to be anything different than what I've showed you before. It's just going to be some more things to set up because we got to set up a Google Sheet and stuff like that. But that's it. So this bot just basically did everything I need to help a person set an appointment, okay? So we'll get to that part. All right, family. So now we're going to the last flow. Okay, so we're going to end up putting together 3 flows. And just remember, a flow is, again, it's a sequence of interactions that guide the conversation between the chatbot and the user. Okay, so we're flowing, so it's a sequence, it's a flow. You're flowing with the user, in a sense, is a way you can think about it. So we're going to be capturing name information, name, email, phone number, stuff like that with this flow. So I'm going to go into lead capture, and then I'm going to add Google, and we're going to be using Google Sheets here. So Google confirmation flow, and I'm just going to put 2 because I got to remember that. But Google confirmation flow, okay? So this is going to be important, all right? So again, we're starting out with this message box, all right? So I'm going to come here, and then there's nothing in it, and then I'm going to perform an action, all right? So we're going to go to Google Sheets. So you got a whole lot of different things. And remember, so we got AI and all of that, but this particular one, I want Google Sheets to start it out. So AI is not starting it. So it's going to be Google Sheets. So I'm going to click here, and then this is going to come up. But now I need to have a Google Sheet in order to connect. So where am I going to send my data? So the actions here are telling me I'm going to send data, get a row, get a random row, update a row, clear a row, dynamic gallery, blah, blah, blah. But what we're going to do is we're going to send information from the chatbot to Google. Okay, so we're going to send data, and right now I have nothing selected. Okay, but I can hit a drop down menu, and I have and you're going to see I have already a sheet that is already constructed, and I can put that in there, and then it's going to ask me what worksheet do I want to, which one of these sheets or parts of that sheet that I want to select, and then I gotta put the fields in. But I'm going to create one for you, so I don't want to do that right now. So I'm going to cancel that. But so one of the things that I need to do is I need to go back now, and I need to connect my Google Sheets. All right. So I'm going to go back to settings. Okay. And then I'm going to go to integrations, and then I'm going to go to Google Sheets, okay? And this is one of the things with this Google Sheet. If you were with one of the other legacy platforms, you got to learn how to do API calls. You got to learn how to do webhooks. You might have to learn some JSON. So there might be different little programming. They say no code or low code, okay? Well, it's going to be low code, and you're going to have to learn some code, all right? So trust me on this. I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt. All right. But at any rate, so I'm going to go to integrations. Okay. And then I'm going to Google Sheets, and then I'm going to manage. So I already have my account connected, but I'm going to manage Google Sheets. So I had one, and this is where I showed you. I got one already connected, but I'm going to add another one. Okay. So the name is, what did I name that? Okay. Demo spreadsheet. Hold on. Let me remember. Demo spreadsheet. Okay, that's what I named it. So that's what I'm going to go get. So I already started the sheet, but the AI needs to know the name. Okay, so in other words, when it goes to check Google or goes to check that, the AI needs to know the name, and you need to make sure that that is the right name. So demo. Hold on. Demo spreadsheet. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I got 2 words. And then I'm going to get the link from here, and I'm going to put that link in the docs, or that dot link. Also, make sure when you're doing this, you're going to be, because you're going to be sharing this with the AI. Make sure that you put here that because what it's going to start off as is going to be restricted. All right. Make sure that you give it the access that anyone with a link can access this. Okay. So now I just updated that. So access updated. Now I can get that link, come back, and I can put that in. Wait a minute. Where am I? So now I can put that link, spreadsheet link here. All right. And continue. All right. So now I got demo spreadsheet here. So that sheet is now connected to our system. Okay. To the Chatbot Builder AI system. All right. But now I got to get them to talk to each other. All right. So right now, neither one of them know anything about each other. So the first part in building out this Google confirmation, this demo, is that I got to get Google Sheets to talk, Google Sheets and the AI to talk to each other. Okay. So I've gotten Google Sheets, and remember I added, let me go back and let me start over. So let me get rid of that. Well, I'm going to get rid of the Google Sheets. Okay. So I'm getting rid of the Google Sheets. Okay. So I'm starting over. So start a message or send a message, and then I'm going to go to action. So I'm going to perform an action. So that means that I'm doing something. So I'm going to go to, and then I'm clicking Google Sheets here. That adds Google Sheets for me. Now that I add this, you see this pops up in there. So at first it was only add content. Now that pops up. I'm going to click on Google Sheets, and now I'm sending data. So again, I showed you earlier, you got all these different things that you can do, but we're sending data from the AI to the Google Sheet. All right. So now you'll see I got the demo spreadsheet that shows up. Okay. So I'm going to click on that, and then it says which worksheet, and then I'm going to go sheet 1. There's only one sheet on that. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to actually map these custom fields. So what I'm doing here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and name them. So I want a first name, okay? Because in my Google Sheets, I'm going to actually create these as well. So first name, let me go back. And then custom fields, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I know what I did wrong. Okay, let me cancel that. And then I'm going to go back. So I need to add on this sheet. So this is sheet number 1. I need to add this particular, I need to add the fields that I want. So I want first name. Okay. Then I want last name. And I want email address. Okay. So these are going to be the 3 fields that I'm wanting to get mapped to this this particular Google Sheets. So now, before, if you remember, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to start off. So now you see all of a sudden I got 3 rows that shows up here. Okay. So I want first name, then I want last name, and then I want email. Okay. How I knew I didn't have those filled out was only 1 row showed up. So, okay, it just gave me something to start. But now what I'm doing is now I have to create custom fields. Okay. So I have to create something that will tell the AI chatbot where to put the information when it goes and finds the Google spreadsheet. Okay. So I have not created that yet. All right. So if you're doing something, and I spent days one time trying to figure this out. Okay. It wasn't sending information. I mean, everything else was working, but it wasn't sending information to the sheet. It wasn't sending information to the sheet. I had this filled out, but I never created a custom field. Okay. So what is a custom field? Okay. So we got to look at that. So a custom field, again, is just another function. All right. But now I need to go to settings again. Okay. And then I'm going to go to integrations. But this time I'm going to go to OpenAI. And now because the AI has to talk to the Google Sheet. So now I got to get them talking to each other. All right. So, and then I'm going to go to functions. And these functions, well, again, these are all custom fields. So, and what's different from the couple of the other ones is I'm actually going to create this custom field. Okay. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to click add. And then I'm going to call it, let's see, let's just call it Google Sheets Function 2. All right, so that's what I'm going to call it, just Google Sheets Function 2. Let me spell function right. All right, so now I'm going to say, so what does it do? So this allows, so I'm telling the AI, allows the system to collect name, email, and phone number. Or just actually, it's just name and email. So first name, last name, and email. So I'll just say that. So first name, last name, and email. Okay. So that's what it's going to do. So now it's saying, so I'm telling the AI now what I want it to be able to do. So what this trigger can do. All right. So now it says, what data will it collect? Okay. So now this is where I'm going to put, so I'm telling the AI what data I want it to collect. So I'm creating the custom field now. So I'm going to say first name, okay, last name, and it doesn't matter how you put these in there. They're doing some magic stuff in the background. But so in the custom field, I'm telling it first name. So that's what I'm creating. The custom field, last name. Okay. And then the last one, of course, is going to be email. All right. So custom field, email. So now I just set it up to what was the I just set it up to tell the chatbot what information I want it to send to the Google Sheets. Okay, so that's what I just created. All right, so that's what a custom form is. So let me go back here, and I had some information here. So collect data. Okay. So I wanted to show you here. So basically, when we're talking about a custom function, okay, so again, a function is a specific command or trigger that detects the chatbot, directs the chatbot to perform a particular action based on user input or interaction. Okay, so I just created what's called a custom field. Okay, and or a custom function. And a custom function, or CUF in our system, simply means a function you create and name. In other words, you're customizing the function based on your needs. So I can create these, I can name them anything I want, okay? And the system is going to take care, is going to set them up for me, okay? So that's a custom field. That's what I just set up here. I just set up the custom field. Now, what do I want triggered, okay? So now I'm telling the AI, where do you want to send the information, or where do I want you to send the information? And it's going to go to Google Confirmation Flow 2. So that's what I just set up. All right. So you don't have to worry about an output message or anything right now, but that's what I just did. So I just made up a custom function, and I'm sending it to Google Confirmation Flow. Okay, I'm going to click continue, and then I'm going to come back here. All right, so now this is the Google Sheet. All right, so I'm going to the Google Sheet, and I'm going to, so now I have it set up. So I'm going to, got the demo spreadsheet. So now they are able to talk to each other, because now this is the custom field over here. And then now this is the Google Sheet. So this is where the stuff is going, the tiles in the Google Sheet. So this is the custom field I just set up. And then all the stuff here is what's on here. Okay, so that's where it's going. All right, hope that makes sense there. All right, so save. Now I need to do a little something else. Okay, so I need to get the AI involved in this. All right, so with the AI, so I'm got to add content, got to come back here again. So add AI, open AI, and I'm adding that. All right, so we're going to go to open AI. All right, so here I don't have to put a lot of information. I'm just going to tell the AI what I want it to do. So please collect, no, please tell user I'm going to say first name. Please tell, and this here is just going to collect the first name from the data that it already has, to click on the link below to book the discovery call. Okay, that's all I have to put in there. So I'm just so that's what the AI is going to do. Okay. All right. So now I'm telling it what I wanted to collect. I told it the information I wanted to collect. I'm going to go to last input, and then I'm going to go to AI output. Okay. And so I'm going to tell it where I want it to put the message. When it tells them what to do, where does it put the message? And that's what AI output is gonna tell them. All right. So right now, I don't have anywhere for it to send the message. So what do? Okay. So I got to come back here, and then I got to click. So I got send message, and then text. Okay. And then I got to put AI output. Where am I? AI output, and it's got to make sure it's the same AI output that I put here. All right. So now I got AI output here. So when it tells them to send the message, it's going to put that AI output. So it's going to tell them click on the button below in order to book the discovery call. Okay. Now sending it to that box. But now I want to so now I want to add some stuff to this box. So I want them to be able, so when this message is put out there, okay, and I'm showing you again here, this is what it's going to look like. Okay. So but I have to add this stuff. All right. So right now I have the box here, and it's going to put that message. Thank you, David Crockett, because remember I use David Crockett. You are now all set to take a discovery call with fiscally adept AI solutions. Just click on the button below and schedule your appointment. All right. So that's where it's going to go. That's what it's going to look like. But right now, all I have is that message. Okay. So now I got to put some other stuff in there. So I'm gonna add a button to where I can book the appointment. All right. So, and now I'm going to label that button book meeting. Okay. And then I'm going to have it open a website, because I'm going to send it to my Calendly calendar. So it's going to open a website. All right. So I click that. So the button is, so when the button is pressed, when this button is pressed, it's going to go to you. The person is going to be sent to that link. So I'm going to go over to Calendly, and then I'm just going to copy this link, come back here, and paste that link here. Okay. All right. So now, so I can save that. There's one more thing I want to do. So I'm just going to add a GIF. So, okay. So a GIF, however you want to pronounce that. Okay. So I add that, and then I come here and search, and then I'll just put appointment. Appointment. Okay. So I can choose one of these GIFs as far as what I want for the appointment. Okay. And let's see, what do I want to put? What do I want to put? Okay, here's the one I was using. I'll just use that one here as well. Okay. So now I got that GIF. Okay. So I want this to be on the top though. So I'm going to move that up. All right. So now I got that on top, just like it's showing up here. Okay. That's what I just did. I just moved it above that meeting. All right. All right. So now I have this set up to where it will actually take an appointment. It will actually add data and take an appointment. All right. So that's it. So that's setting up all three flows. So I'll just go here, and these are the flows that I just set up. So welcome message flow, and I had added some little extra stuff in mind. This flow, and then this flow here. Okay. So that's what this is what I just set up. So all the flows needed to create a data collection and set an appointment chatbot assistant. So I just created an assistant to basically answer information and to take an appointment. All right. You can do that, family. You can do this. Make it happen. Make it happen. Okay. So set it up. So now I'm going to publish it. And then I'm going to test this bad boy. So, and make sure that, let's see, is that my demo? That's my demo. Okay. So let's go back and check that, and then make sure I got it going to the right spot. Google Sheets function. Okay. And let's see. Okay. And then that will get it to going. Okay. Let me go back here, and there's another place I need to make sure that I got that going, because that wasn't Google Sheets function. It was function 2, wasn't it? Okay, let me go back here, make sure I got my functions. So this is family, this is checking it all. Okay, so go back to OpenAI, check my functions, and then it should be Google Sheets function 2. All right, let me make sure I got Google Sheets function 2 set in that. So in my demo deal here. So my demo default reply. And what do I have? See, I got Google Sheets function. Nope. Google Sheets function 2. Okay. So when it turns blue, then you know it's in here. Okay. So now I got that. Continue. All right. And then we will go back one more place to make sure that is connected. So I got to go to settings. Okay. To integrations, OpenAI, edit. And then I need to make sure that Google Sheets function 2 is set here as well. Okay. So I need to have that in both places. All right. So continue. And so now you know how to set up an appointment chatbot, family. That's it. That's it. All right. All right, family.